Alright, so right now we're going to cover a couple of the things that we've talked about in class. These are some of the breathing exercises. And these are the exercises that we could use for part of our centering tools. And the breathing exercises we've been calling pranayama, and we've done a number of different types of pranayama together in class. And we might want to take some notes on these, and you also might want to listen to this again and follow along. The first one that I would like to cover or review is the spinal breathing that we talked about. And this is just an introduction, so you might even be able to find some deeper information and more technique. But for the spinal breathing that we've been covering, it would be best to just sit up as tall as you can and use whatever props possible. You might even check out the clip on taking your seat. It should be in the YouTube library here. So once you do take a really good seat, you want to start to visualize and imagine a line, a central channel that goes all the way from basically the base of your spine and your pelvic floor, even more specifically the perineum, just above that. For our yoga work, that's going to be related to Mula Bandha. So all the way from that root floor area, and it's going to run directly up the center of the body. And we could call this your center channel or the center line, all the way up, basically inside your skull, in between the ears, and at about in between the ears, imagine the line coming forward towards the front of your forehead. And basically what you might have heard of at different times called the third eye area. And so this line is something that is just imaginary or visualized for you at the moment. Over time, with continual practice, this line, this central channel, will seem to be so ingrained in your visualization and your imagination. It will seem to be something that's really in your perspective of yourself. If we were to dissect you, you wouldn't find this central channel. But if you work it enough, it will become so real that it won't take any imagination, it won't take visualization. It will essentially be part of the way you view your own inside. The exercise is basically from that very base, and if you like, you can even try this a couple times, to close your eyes and imagine whatever works best for you. Something like an elevator or a long thermometer with a mercury that can go up and down. You could imagine even like the sun going up and the moon going down. Whatever works best for you. Begin to imagine at that pelvic floor or at that root base, whatever that elevator, that thermometer, or the water level rising, on your inhale, begin to track that, visualize it, and imagine it. Maybe even make the central channel made of gold or something vibrant. And then at the peak of your inhale, you want to have your imagination all the way up inside your skull and move to the third eye. On your exhale, begin to let it move back down. And eventually, you'll want to slow that down so that each one of these passages, each trip on your inhale from the root base all the way up, on your exhale all the way back and down, inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Each time slowing the breath slightly more. And always measuring the movement that you're imagining up and down this center channel. It always ends at the end of the breath. Exhale it down. So if you're a little bit more excited or agitated when you sit down, that passage from the root all the way up to the third eye, inhale it up. That passage might take less time, you might move faster. as you get more relaxed and more calm, that trip up and down will probably be slower. Do 2 more. Inhale it up. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down. This time just pause. Let your breath move naturally. If you did close your eyes to practice for those few moments, let your eyes open as you sit up. So you can either go for time or repetitions, and if you have maybe used your smartphone or found a timer that works good for you, start at 5 minutes and then progress upwards towards 10 minutes. And if we have covered some of the more advanced variations, some of the additional work that you can do with that, you can add those in for this video reminder of some of the stuff we've covered in class. We're only going over the basic of spinal breathing. Alright, so there is your reminder, or even something that you can just go over and then take into your home practice. If you are doing your journaling and you did a few of those breaths with me, write down, just very short, the difference before and after. The difference in your calmness, the difference in the tone of your eyes, and the tone of the muscles around your face. And keep track each time, and that would be a really favorable thing. You'll begin to reinforce the positive attributes and the importance of doing even just minor breathing exercises. Alright, spinal breathing for intro to yoga, or intro to meditation. Alright, I'll see you soon.